Following on from our engagement, we got married 2 years later in 2002, in August 2002. And I think my mum was more excited than me probably. That was a time that me and my mum came so close, like best friends. And we're best friends. And the two of us just loved it. Every Sunday we'd go to a wedding fair. My mum would have this big red folder and she'd be going around every stall and going, yeah, what have you got there? And, you know, and choosing all these different things. Oh, I'll have a leaflet from you. And what deals can you do on that? And, you know, every weekend we'd do that. And during the week we'd sit there and we'd talk about everything. And it was just such an exciting time. And the two of us really got our teeth into it all. And there was many a tear shed between me and my mum doing all of that. And then in the meantime, our Paul was down in London and my dad was on the rigs, and the two of them weren't involved in any of this whatsoever, but me and mum were, and all we did was cry and talk and organise and buy. And I think my dad, you know, can we have some more money please? The open palm came out again, you know, can we have some more money please? And I've got to say, there was never once that my mum and dad ever said, no, Rachel, it's too far now, you can't have that. There was never once. They wanted it absolutely perfect. And it was. And on the wedding day, just fantastic day, just fantastic. And I remember the wedding morning, getting ready, everyone getting really stressed, but me just loving all of it. Me and my dad going in the carriage, horse-drawn carriage to the church. And as we're driving up, I'm thinking he's going to say something really momentous to me now, you know, something really sort of genuine. And as we're going up Ormskirk Road and we get to the co-ops there in Hall Green, and then we get to the bookies, and he points out to me, went to see if any of my mates are going to give us a wave there in the bookies. And I thought, just typical me dad, that's the most momentous thing he said to me, I think, in the carriage. And then it was, have you got the envelopes for the DJ? Have you got the envelopes for such and such a body? Because that was all the money we had to pay out that day. Have I got them, you know, in my pocket, Dad, in my wedding dress? So we get to the church, and my dad had to walk me down the aisle. And it's not often my dad gets emotional, but when he does, he really does. And we have this running joke where every time he gets emotional, he's probably doing it now, all of this, you know. And he walked me down the aisle, and he was destroyed. And then seeing our Paul, he was destroyed, and I just thought, you know, me and my mum were absolutely fine on the wedding day, all the tears we had before, but they had it on the actual day. But the wedding day itself was fabulous, as I say. We had the most fantastic time. The hen do's before, the most fantastic time. We went a few months before the wedding to Ireland with all the family. We had t-shirts printed. My mum helped me organise all of that. We met all our Irish family over there. That was a fantastic hen do. It was absolutely brilliant, as usual. You know, my mum's the star of the show with the bum shorts on and everything else. Fantastic. But I'll never forget what they did for us for our wedding day. Never forget it. And I remember just sort of a few weeks before the wedding day, and we'd bought our new house, and we'd only bought it a few months before, so David moved into the house and I was still living at home with my mum because it was very difficult to leave my mum. And I remember just being really narky with Dave one day, and Dave said, what's the matter with you? And I just remember bursting into tears and going, don't you realise I'm gonna miss me mum? And just absolutely crying my heart out, thinking, oh God, I'm going to move out from my mum and dad, this is it now. It wasn't like uni, this was it for life. And just knowing that it was like the next stage of my life, and getting so upset about leaving my mum, my best friend, even though it's like 2 minutes round the corner. I was destroyed, and I remember trying to clear my face and making sure I didn't look blotchy like I'd been crying, because I didn't want my mum then knowing I'd been upset. And I remember going home and mum was like, mums know, don't they? What's the matter? And straight away I just burst into tears again. I'm gonna miss you so much. And she's trying to fight back the tears, telling me she's gonna miss me, but this is what happens, this is how life goes, and it's the next chapter of my life, and I'm only round the corner, Rach, I'm always here if you need me. But I'll always remember that night, because I think we stayed up and talked all night then, because that's the way me and my mum are. All we do is gab. You can imagine, can't you, the two of us, so that gabby. and that's all we do is gab. We don't get much of a chance to gab anymore, which is a shame, because in the middle of gabbing we're probably roaring at one of the kids. But yeah, it's something to remember.